Dang! That was close. German Shepherd just across the road on Highway 1, Big Sur. Just like below Point Lobos. Otherwise, it's been a quiet ride up ahead, the park entrance. I see a guy standing there with his thumb out. Tall guy. Dressed like a golfer. Heavy set. Could be a professional. Kind of like a ghost. Saxophone seat out or something. Strange guy to be hitchhiking all alone here in the dark. Seems a total wreck. His face says it all. Like dumbstruck in the wind. His hair is an unholy mess. It's kind of like a stale cotton candy. When you're from Texas and there's a man on the side of the road in distress, well, what are you supposed to do? You stop and pick him up. He's a really big fellow. Has trouble getting into the car. It's a Ford Pinto. I know it's not a lot of room. He deserves a better ride than this. I know I do. I rented this car so I could get back to Vernon on our horses and my truck. We're team ropers in the rodeo. It's real hard to say every time I meet somebody. Team ropers in the rodeo. And I'm on my way back from a visit to my sister in San Simeon, and it's a long ride and I could use the conversation. Turns out he's not dumbstruck at all. In fact, he's a very, very big talker, I tell you what. Actually, up close, there's not much of a mess either, except for that mark on his shoe. Tire mark. It's an alligator shoe. It's a little hard to pick up. And his golf outfit's very, very nice. I mean, it's quite expensive. Looks like it's silk or something. It's one of those exclusive logos from a golf club owner. And he wears a white Bluetooth plug in his ear. So he's yakking as he gets in, he's yakking when he sits. I say, howdy, Ray Rogers. And obviously he don't know nothing about rodeo because he didn't know who I am. He just looked right past me. He says, no collision. That's the dang truth. No collision. I said, I'm supposed to know who he is? Between his phone and my window, I mean, I don't know who he's talking to. He repeats himself like that all the way to downtown Monterey. I mean, he's rolling down the window and yelling out to people we pass. Believe me, no collision. Seems like he wants everybody to know it wasn't an accident. Whatever it was. I tried to talk to him about it, but there's no breaking through his foggy words. I mean, he's constantly tapping that phone, and he's doing enough yakking for both of us. And it's all about him, except when he says, it's all fairness, it's not my fault. They did it. And he's pointing to a Mexican family out there on the street. I realize I think I know who this guy is. I mean, his face looks real familiar, like he's on TV all the time. He's wearing a dark suit and a long firehouse red tie. And it's here in my rented Pinto. Well, I never figured out what the name of a car after a bean. But anyway, it's getting a smelling in here, so I roll down my window. I just don't know. I just don't know what to do. He says, he picks up his phone again and he's saying, you listen to me. I'm putting together a big deal, something really huge. And then he almost hits me with his putter, and I roll down my window, and then he tells the phone, never mind where I am, call it the New Deal. That's fake history. Or call it my New Deal. And he puts his phone away, and he rolls down his window, and he yells at everybody on the street, it's my New Deal. Is he talking golf? Everybody knows golf's not a sport. I mean, they don't run, they don't play defense, they don't hit the balls at each other. And the phone rings again, and he looks at it and he says, witch hunt, witch hunt. Well, strange thing about this guy, he dresses real fancy, but he acts like a total loser. When it wasn't near a vehicle when I picked him up, and I don't remember anything about seeing an actual wreck over there, and no evidence of any kind of crash, certainly no cops or first responders. Maybe talking to him isn't such a good idea, but I've got a lot of rope in the back. I can handle it. It's been a long road, and I've got to strike up some conversation because I'm just trying to stay awake. You know Tiger Woods? Everybody knows he's a stable genius. Well, what's your handicap? Hole in one every time. Finally, he's a little winded. I asked him, oh, did you get my letter? He looks right past me for the first time. He says, lots of people tell me it's not going to happen. But I repeat, I said, did you get the letters I sent to you? I wrote you a bunch of letters. And he says, who knows? You tell me. And I said, well, I wrote them. I tried to talk to people in Palm Beach about it. They wouldn't even let me anywhere near your table. They're very good people, very good people. Well, what do they eat for breakfast? He's stumped by that question. You can't answer it, so I dig right in. When you grow up on a farm and you wake up, well, you gotta have a mathematically correct breakfast. I mean, the only way to do it is to add it up. So let's say you start off with the product 19, and you add a little half and half, and then you throw in some total, and a little equal, and that'll give you 20, because 2 halves, a half and a half is 1. You know, follow? And well, you guys roll back and said, hey, it's not getting it. I said, well, you can put product 19 and a basic 4, and product 5 or 1, and 2 canned milk, and then, you know, a half and half and the equal, and the total, and that'll give you 45, and that's a much better breakfast. You know what I'm saying? You know, like politically correct. You know, or religiously correct, you know. Got to be the right dang religion. Or mathematically correct, you know, like when you do your taxes. And he goes, no! Man, he's screaming like a trapped coyote. Not reassured, just do your math. And he's down getting swinging that putter around and everything. He's extremely afraid of simple arithmetic. Thank God we're at a stoplight. Now a hitchhiker starting to push his way out of the vehicle and he's trying to pry himself out of here. And the light changes, so I pull into a bus stop. I get out to help him up. But suddenly, boom, I'm hit by 2 guys that are wearing suits and sunglasses. And they're saying, stand back. Okay, 2 more of them come up and they give him a bullhorn and he says, do your own scorecard. There's no collision. Well, and then they put his putter in his golf bag and they haul him off in a black SUV Hummer. And he's yelling through the bullhorn, bring back Roman numerals. Land the plane! Land the plane! Dang. Once they leave, I tell them I'm a team member. Well, let back off a little bit, the guys who are with me. And one of them says, well, you know, we just want to make sure our mobile's safe. He's running away from a lady up there, and he had his putter to defend himself, and we was following all the way here. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, I didn't get to talk to him about this, but you got to get this information to him. It's real important. This is equal. It is the key ingredient to your scientifically, mathematically correct breakfast. It contains 0 protein, 0 sodium, 0 carbohydrates, no sugar, and it's everything you need. It's all pure empty ingredients, just like your majesty, your mogul.